Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday morning, October 21st. We're looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and NQ. So I wasn't here Friday or Monday. And one big thing, or that didn't happen, is we are still in balance from October 10th. As you can see, we got very close. Again, balance rules, most powerful rules out there, are still in play as both ES and NQ attempt to get their regular trade our all-time high and the overnight all-time high. Now we also have our low in October in the maintenance session. Our yearly low is in the overnight back in April. So a lot of things that generally don't hold are holding right now. So I wasn't here Friday or yesterday. You had an inside day on Friday, okay? And then, but here's a big thing that happened on Friday. Even though it was an inside day, you had a price spike in J period, right? We have not seen that since as you gapped higher yesterday. Now, all these things are very positive and bullish. However, they are occurring inside of that balance from that Friday to 10th. Same with NQ. Okay, inside day on Friday, gap out of it yesterday, all very positive, right? Price spikes, gaps, but until you not only get above the balance high, but get acceptance, right? You don't want to either get close to it and roll over or just slightly stretch it or roll over. If you're a bull, you want to go through it and not look back, right? That's what we're looking for. Righty, on the other hand, right? They were leading for a while, but Friday they came back firmly as they were up on the, Thursday put them back to balance. Remember, we spoke about the potential excess at the all-time high. And then Thursday put them back to balance on the daily. Friday continued it. Okay? Now, Monday gapped higher, but it's still balance. All right? So their main focus is that excess at the all-time high. Very important. Now, if we open imbalance in value in ES, okay, it was a double distribution day yesterday. So you would get a lot of chop, right, inside the upper distribution. You do have a pullback in K. And Q, I didn't use G as a pullback because it's just so close to where the first set of singles start. But it is one. But the same with NQ. Now, again, if we open in the upper distribution, that's still bullish. But you don't want them to take back yesterday's trend day and get acceptance into the lower distribution. If you do that, then once again, you could have failed potentially at the balance high. Okay? Those are all things to keep in mind. And then I just want to show you chart-wise. I'm going to break down the S&P top down. So remember, when I left on Thursday, you had an indecisive candle. Well, right now, with 2 weeks to go in a month, it's looking a lot better. Now, again, it's 2 weeks to go, so a lot can happen. We are one time framing up for 6 months. There is no doubt at some point you want to come into balance to make it healthier, right? The higher you go, just continually pushing up, at some point you'll take back a lot of that. Then the weekly, again, that was an indecisive candle last week. It's also an inside week. Well, we're trying to come out of that to the upside. Don't forget, we had an outside week down last week. That was an absolute failure. The week before, going into last week. It was an absolute failure for the Bears last week. Absolute failure. Now we're trying to come out of the inside week to the upside for the Bulls. We'll see if they fare better this week, right? And then the daily is balanced. There's that Friday. It's just all incorporated inside of there. So the more you stay in that balance, the better the potential is for more energy when we come out of it. Thanks again so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we will recap at 4 p.m.